This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. I got my mans out here, the elder. Would you introduce yourself for the New Black World Order TV audience?
My name is Imam Ramaadan.
All righty. We also have our homie here. Salute.
How you doing? I'm King Cory. What's up?
Black Power. All right. So the subject today is the Arabic language a made-up language? Is the Quran written in all absolute Arabic? And so who's ready to take that introduction first?
Well, my understanding, they said the Arabic language was a language that was confused or placed together and put together to make the Quran, you know. And the Quran was, you know, written by somebody who took this and took that and put it together and based it off a religion which was somewhat pure, you know, but they put that together and made the Quran, from my understanding.
Okay, so are you suggesting that the Quran in its Arabic appearance is not all Arabic?
But they say the language of Arabic isn't a real language, you know?
Okay.
The scriptures that's in it is kind of somewhat accurate, but when men took truth and placed them with their lies and made it straight, it kind of got confused. It kind of went astray, and they kind of stretched it out to make it sound like something that it used to be, you know, but it's not like that no more. So,
okay.
So that's my point on it. You know, that's what I'm understanding from it.
Okay, what's your name, fam?
I'm King Cory.
All right. So, Brother Imam, what do you have to say on the opposite end of that? Is the Arabic language a language unique to its own self? Is the Quran totally written in Arabic and does not contain no non-Arabic words?
Well, first of all,
was it originally written? We're not talking about the English transliteration. We're talking about it in its inception.
And I understood the question. Like I say, first of all, I want to ask him. He keeps saying they. Who are they?
Okay, wait a minute. Once you finish, he's going to respond.
Okay.
Because we want this to be a dialectical conflict and not an emotional debate filled with rhetoric.
To be able to disagree without being disagreeable.
Right.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Sure.
And speak up when y'all talk.
Arabic is a bona fide language. Arabic is an ancient language.
Okay.
Hebrew is an ancient language.
Okay.
Aramaic, that Isa, Jesus, who we call Jesus, spoke, is a bona fide ancient language. And even though they spoke those, or it was revealed in those particular languages, the scriptures from the Creator, they do not oppose each other. An example is, in Hebrew, the Creator is called Elohim,
watch the table so nobody
or Elohim. In Aramaic, that Isa, Jesus, spoke, he's called Elah in the Aramaic language. In Arabia, which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon all of them, spoke, he's called Allah. You can hear the connection, Eloah, Elah, Allah. Even though the languages are different, the same truth permeates through all of them, as does the same truth from the truth maker, which is Allah, al-Haq, the truth itself, revealed that scripture. And none of it is inconsistent with each other. Although the Quran, the Arabic language, through Prophet Muhammad, came to verify the changed words that was put in there, taken out of their rightful places. It did not disturb the language. It disturbed the understanding that originally was there. They changed the words. That was the job of scribes and the Pharisees who followed Esau around to trip him up, but they couldn't trip him up, and he let them know just who they was and what they were doing, just like Prophet Muhammad did. The Cory tried to do that, just like the pharaohs and the Nimrods and all of the other illegal leaders that oppose what God say is the guidance for human beings.
Okay. So
the original question was...
The original question was...
Is Arabic a real original language? Now, from what you just said, they took from this language and that language, and they put it together. They
took from what language?
Well, the language you just spoke of,
Arabic.
The Arabic, we're saying, is put together because, from my understanding, I've heard scholars say this, and they went through the text and they showed me some things, but I had to look for myself, and they said it was languages that was put together to fit in the Quran. And the Quran it has actual, scriptures from the ancient scriptures, from what I understand, But they were saying it was like the Arabic language is. I'll put it to you like this: you can ask someone from Yemen, Kuwait, Afghanistan, what language do they speak? They will not tell you it's Arabic.
Because it's excuse me.
They won't tell you that, will they?
Okay, so from you both, I'm gonna bring it a little closer. Was the Quran originally written in Fusha?
Well, the Quran was revealed.
A recitation.
All of the scriptures from the Creator was revealed to man. After it was revealed, then man in their different varying languages wrote it down to preserve it. The original revelations is unchangeable. It is the absolute truth from God.
Okay, so
men twisted it up.
You know about this?
They didn't do nothing with the language.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier with the scriptures from that is purported to be from Allah before Quran. But could you mention about within 60 years of Prophet Muhammad passing away, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, did Quran show up in different regions different than they were in other regions?
Again, first of all,
that's a yes or no, then go into your...
Well, yes or no, it did not change.
So there was never a time when the Ummah had to collect Qurans from different regions because they said something different and there was not one universal message anymore. Did that ever take place, yes or no?
Not that I know of, and I have read no scholar
never heard of Aisha having to help them with this matter I just discussed.
Well, no one aided Allah in revealing any.
No, I wasn't talking about that.
You're talking about
when Allah revealed to Muhammad the Quran finally in its full entirety, and it was written down by the Sahabas or his companions. Within 60 years of his passing, there was something that took place where over here there was a Quran that was written different than a Quran over there. You have no recollection of that in Islamic history?
The recollection that I have is it's a city called Cuba. There was a man there that claimed to be what Prophet Muhammad said he was.
Who, Abdul Malik?
No, I forget his name.
You know who Abdul Malik, he claimed to be a Muhammad too.
Well, that was the case of throughout history when Esau said there will be many false Christs, there will be many false Mahdi, there will be many Musa, people saying that they have the knowledge of Musa.
So that's what I was asking. If there are people with the audacity to imitate a prophet, you have no recollection in Islamic history that there were also people who tried to forge other Qurans after the passing of Muhammad.
Oh, they do that today.
No, I'm not talking about
the
today.
Jews,
we want to stay close to the proximity of time that we're discussing.
Within
right?
the
Is that right, sir?
I'm staying within the bounds.
Right.
The Yahudis, as is explained in the final revelation, they're the ones who changed the word from their rightful places.
It was in the Islamic history. There were never any people who were non-Jewish that took on the personification of Muslim to alter those scriptures.
Like I said,
there's no history of that.
That opposition come in many ways, just like.
So I'm just saying, identify, is that one of them?
We're just talking about 3 languages so far. But can you imagine how many languages there are in Africa alone?
But the Quran, we're talking about
the Quran. To be hung up in language is to take you off from what the scripture that was revealed by God actually is.
So are we hung up on the Arabic language?
Right?
Are we hung up on the Arabic language? Are we hanging up on the Arabic language?
No.
Or does the Quran say I chose to reveal this Quran in Arabic?
Okay, let me put it this way.
I got this study.
The reason, reason that the people knew Prophet Muhammad was telling the truth, because prophetically he was known as the unlettered. He didn't go to school.
What do you mean by unlettered? He couldn't read or write?
He did he could write some, and he had common sense, and he could speak.
Could he read?
He wasn't, well, as we would call.
He told the angel he couldn't read.
But but that's what we're told. We're commonly told that. But the command from the angel was recite. He could talk, but he wasn't well read.
So he couldn't read.
He didn't go to school to get his knowledge. God gave him his knowledge.
So how could he proofread what the Sahabas wrote down to make sure that the same incident doesn't happen that happened to the Torah and the Injil?
He proofread it every.
Muhammad proofread it?
Let me explain. Muhammad recited it every month of Ramadan, verbatim, completely, to show it was no deviation from what was revealed to him. And right before his passing, on his last Hajj, he recited it twice to the angel Gabriel.
So I'm asking you again. Could he read, and did he proofread it after the people wrote it down?
He didn't rely on their writing it down.
No, that's not. Listen what I'm saying.
Because I understand.
If the Torah was touched and corrupt by men's hands to the point that it led us away from the path of God, and if the people whom the Injil was sent to had people who touched the scriptures and corrupted it to the point that a Quran had to come and guide us back to the right path.
And
now,
you're exactly right.
why would a man be given a book that he couldn't proofread it to make sure that it don't happen again?
Because you're mixing reading.
No, I'm not mixing reading. I understand you said recitation.
Let me explain my view.
But you're mixing recitation with reading. They're two different things, isn't it?
If I recite something...
It sounds almost the same. But then you're telling me the man can't read.
He wasn't literate. He got it from
no, he was literate.
He had
to be literate.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The scholars, during the time of Prophet Muhammad,
the ulamas,
they prided themselves in the Arabiya, in the language.
Okay.
Right? When the revelation came, the Quranic Arabiya far surpassed them, and they knew it was.
You talking about Fusha?
I'm talking about the Arabiya that was revealed to Prophet. Prophet Muhammad didn't speak Fusha.
I know that. I know that.
In the language that he knew,
And so when that was written
it
down,
astounded the scholars who prided themselves in being scholars of that language. They said, where did he get this Arabic from?
well,
it came from Allah.
but you know,
that could not change. And you have Hafiz, that's why he recited it every year. That was Allah's protection on how he revealed.
Okay.
Despite
if I say,
whoever came and tried to change it.
If I say,
right?
Do you think a parakeet? Do you think a parakeet understands E equals MC squared? Do you think a parakeet understand that?
Well, why would you
listen what I'm saying? Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying.
A parakeet can't think.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying again. Listen what I'm saying again. Let's try not to get emotional.
I'm not.
Listen to what I'm saying. If I repeat to a parakeet E equals MC squared, more than likely he's going to repeat that, ain't it? But could he break it down?
No. Because first of all, you're not talking about a human being. A human being.
No, I'm just using that as. Do you understand why I use that?
I heard you.
You understand why I use that?
And I'm answering.
And there are some intelligent parakeets that can't think. Parakeets and animals can't think.
No.
Yes, they can.
Human beings are the only ones that can make decisions.
That's not true.
From their thought process.
That's not true.
Animals can only repeat what they hear.
No, that's not true.
They only act by instinct. We have a free will. We have a free
true.
will.
And I'm gonna put videos of animals thinking in this video to show you that you're going to have to do a little bit more studying of animals.
But an animal can't add 2 and 2. You show me an animal that
they
can
do have animals that are counting.
Show me that animal.
Yeah, they got animals that are counting. Yes, they do.
Show me that animal. They have a natural instinct. Allah, the human
animals can think.
But let me. You know, because they got perception.
Women.
They have a brain.
Something that can't think has perception.
Because you see, perception is
done with the mind, not primarily with the eyes.
Perception is done with both.
In the ear.
With the eyes, right.
Right. So it's thinking.
Done with both.
So now it's thinking.
You have an outer ear and an inner ear.
It's multitasking.
You have
an inner eye. Right.
And you have sight.
And perception can be.
It's all about how it comes in.
Right.
And how you what? Decipher what you see.
Yeah.
So it can make a decision about what it says.
But the Creator tells me, Creator tells me in the Revelation that He created everything on Deen al-Fitra, on the natural. We as human beings are connected with the universe. We're connected with the animals. We are the highest stage. We are animal physically.
I agree.
Right? But we are not the lower animals.
We are animals, right?
Yeah.
And we think.
But we are that's what makes us different.
Okay, here we go. You got to say it. You got to hold it up.
We're gonna do the fire challenge. This one here is all about the truth. All about the truth. Fire challenge.
Oh, he needs some more flames.
Some more flames.
Goddamn, Jesus don't want to go, do it.
You got to go. You got to go. It's a fire challenge. That's a piece of the true and living. And it works. It works.
You got to put some water on that motherfucker. For the safety. You from the nation of God's earth?
I'm from who?
What's your set?
100%.